Division III basketball doesn't always get the spotlight, but for me, it was where I grew as a player and as a person. My name is Ethan Chung and I'm currently a pro basketball player in Taiwan, but my journey started at the Division III level. In this video, I'm diving into the realities of D3 hoops, what makes it special, the challenges, and how it shaped me into the player I am today. Whether you're a current player or just curious about the D3 grind, this video's for you. I spent 4 years at Pacific University, but my freshman year was definitely my most challenging year. I came in with a recruiting class of over 25 players because Pacific had both a varsity and a JV team. That meant that I had to fight for a roster spot against 24 other recruits, plus returning players. But by the start of the season, I earned a varsity spot but didn't get any minutes, so I played JV games to develop. But even though I made varsity, I wasn't satisfied. It was a mental grind every single day. There was even a point in the middle of the season where I called my parents telling them I was ready to quit and transfer out. I simply wasn't enjoying playing basketball anymore. But at the end of the season, I told my coach that I was considering quitting, but he encouraged me to stay, saying he saw a lot of potential in me. But when COVID hit, everyone was sent back home. But while I was home, I made the decision to come back to Pacific. And during the break, I was in the gym every single day, ready for the start of my sophomore year. And I made huge improvements. Even though it was only a 12-game season during COVID, I proved myself to be a key player on the team. And by my junior and senior year, I became a 2-year starter. I want to talk about the realities of playing Division III basketball. For those of you in high school who want to, or who are currently playing Division III, the biggest lesson I've learned is that you truly have to love the game of basketball to play Division III. For anyone who has gone through 4 to 5 years at the Division III level will tell you the exact same thing. But what I'm saying is, D3 is a grind. For 4 to 5 years you're grinding. You don't get the glamour and attention of Division I and Division II schools. You play because you love basketball. But for many players, burnout is super common. In my freshman class, we had over 25 players that were recruited. And by my senior year, we only had 3 players from my class left on the basketball team, including me. And most had quit by the end of my freshman year and others quit years after. And the reason for this is because of the long hours that basketball takes up and oftentimes the sacrifices that players have to make to give up their social lives. But at the D3 level, you don't get NIL deals, there's no sponsorships, no athletic scholarships, or any extra incentives. But despite this, Pacific had everything I needed for me to improve as a player. It had a great gym, had athletic weight rooms, great coaches, trainers for recovery, and more. And all that was needed was personal discipline and the urge to get better. And now I want to talk about why Division III basketball is so special. As I was saying earlier, at the Division III level, players are competing without athletic scholarships. So players are truly there for the love of the game. D3 players face the same challenges as athletes at higher levels, but with fewer resources and less recognition. There are no shortcuts or guarantees, which means you have to be self-motivated and committed to putting in the work. It's not about building a brand or chasing fame. It's about showing up every day because basketball is something you can't walk away from. And also, the reward for winning is unlike anything else. Knowing you're in the same grind with the same 15 guys for 6 months and getting to win together, getting to see the work pay off, it's extremely rewarding. I mentioned earlier how much of a grind D3 is, but every win was proof that it paid off. And lastly, the close relationships that you have with coaches. Without my coach, I would not be playing today professionally. I'm very fortunate to have a coach that believed in me early on, and this gave me the ability to play my own game and to succeed on the court. And even to this day, I text him here and there about how I'm doing. If you're a hooper in high school who is wanting to play Division III basketball or is currently playing, here's some advice from someone who's lived it. First, have a growth mindset. Understand that playing Division III doesn't mean less than. The level is competitive and you'll improve if you embrace the grind. Next, maximize your time. Use the off-season to improve your game, whether through skill work, conditioning, or watching film. Just spend your time getting better. Third, enjoy the process. D3 basketball might not have the glamour of higher levels, but the relationships and experiences you build here are invaluable. And lastly, take ownership of the journey. Success isn't guaranteed, so it's on you to outwork others and consistently develop your skills. But playing at the Division III level, and like anything worth achieving in life, you have to earn everything. Nothing about my 4 years playing at Pacific was easy. The 6 a.m. conditioning and weights every morning during preseason, the thousands of sprints, physical practices every day, all for the love of the game. I look back and realize how beneficial those experiences were for me. Playing at Pacific gave me the foundation to get to where I am today playing professional basketball. And if you're in high school considering D3, playing at that level, or chasing bigger dreams, remember this: it's not where you start, it's what you make of your journey. I appreciate you guys for watching. If you found this video helpful or relatable at all, then just like, comment, and subscribe. I also want to hear your guys' stories and questions too, so comment down below. Thanks, guys.